Ms. Sim An, Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Communications and Information and Ministry of National Development, Ambassador of Portugal to Singapore, Miranda Duarte, fellow ambassadors, colleagues, friends of the cinema, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all of you at the opening night of the European Film Festival. I am excited that our festival returns after a year's pause, and it is an honor to have with us Senior Minister of State Sim An as our guest of honor. This year is also special because we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the festival, and at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic continues to impact us here and globally. In the current context, when travel remains a challenge, cinema offers us a lens through which we can have a glimpse of the complexities and cultures that shape and define our world. This year's festival presents 23 films from as many European countries, running until the 23rd of May. It offers plenty of opportunity to experience a diverse range of European perspectives, histories, languages and cultures, and a wide selection of genres, from dramas to documentaries, from comedies to animated films. The films may belong to a specific country and reflect their unique angles and views, but they are all representative of a shared European cultural heritage. Films screened at the festival are all recent and have had success in their country of origin. I'd like to sincerely thank the 23 contributing European countries and their ambassadors present in the audience today for selecting the finest films from their home countries and for allowing us to present another exciting edition of EUFF. In addition to offering a window into the world of European cinema, EUFF also gives a platform to young Singaporean filmmakers to showcase their films alongside established contemporary European cinema. To make this possible, we are collaborating for the 6th time with Ngee Polytechnic's School of Film and Media Studies. It is a pleasure to announce that this year EUFF presents 10 short films by emerging filmmakers, enabling them to connect and reach out to new audiences here and in Europe. Of the many positive outcomes of this partnership, I have been delighted to see films that have been featured here travel also to other film festivals in Europe. The European Film Festival is also a signal in these unprecedented times of support to the arts and culture that have been particularly impacted by the pandemic. So it is a pleasure to be back with EUFF as a key event on Singapore's arts calendar of 2021, and to be able to reconnect with our partners and friends that have become indispensable over the years in making the festival a reality. Another milestone we mark this year in the EUFF's long history in Singapore is that we are embarking on a new partnership with independent cinema, the Projector, as the official festival venue. We are now on a new trajectory, bringing EUFF to the heart of Singapore's independent cinema and allowing us to reach out to a wider audience of film lovers. Tonight, the festival opens with the film Parkemeier from Portugal, taking place in Lisbon's intriguing theatre and entertainment district in the 1930s. Portugal is the festival's featured country this year, and I look forward to the screening of the film in a short while after an introduction by my colleague, Ambassador of Portugal, Miranda Duarte. I also look forward to the screening of the short film Ama Philippa Ball, presented by a young filmmaker from Ngee Polytechnic School of Film and Media Studies, as part of today's opening night. And I'm happy to announce that at the end of the festival on the 23rd of May, for the first time and in the context of its 30th edition, EUFF also presents a closing film, Master Cheng, from Finland by director Mika Kaurismäki. In closing, let me express my greatest appreciation and thanks to all our many partners, friends and longtime supporters who are here with us tonight for making this festival what it is today. My special thanks go to Kenneth Tan, chairman of the Singapore Film Society, whose friendship, support and advice has been such a strong pillar in realizing the EUFF every year since its inception over 30 years ago. I have personally truly enjoyed this collaboration in the past 4 years. With the excellent selection of European films that are part of this year's edition of EUFF, I hope that many of you will return to this cinema hall many more times over the next 2 weeks to immerse yourself in the festival and its unique atmosphere. I certainly look forward to seeing you here. Thank you for being here with us tonight, and please enjoy the EUFF opening night.
Ms. Sim Ann, Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Communications and Information and Ministry of National Development. Ambassador of the European Union to Singapore, Barbara Plinkert, fellow ambassadors, dear guests. I warmly welcome you all at the opening of this year's edition of the EU Film Festival, which returns to Singapore's cultural calendar after a year's break. A very special welcome to our guest of honor, Minister Sim Ann, and to Mr. Kenneth, Chairman of the Singapore Film Society. I extend my gratitude to the Projector team, our venue partners in this initiative, and to our embassy staff, and to, of course, the EU delegation who have worked jointly to make tonight possible for us. As Ambassador of Portugal, it is an honor to have a Portuguese movie opening the festival, by now a landmark event in Singapore's art and cultural scene. In fact, the movie's plot relates to today's world. As you will see in the movie, people are resilient in their constant battle against censorship, as nowadays we too have to be resilient in our fight against the pandemic. Be it in the early years of the 20th century, when the action of the movie takes place, or in the early years of the 21st century, the call for the best of human nature is there. This is a special year for the festival as it resumes its activities after last year's postponement due to the COVID-19. That's another reason why it is so rewarding for us to see you in the audience. For Portugal, this is a very unique occasion, as this semester we are presiding over the Council of the European Union, the so-called EU presidency. And this year too, we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Portugal and Singapore. Thus, it could not be a better timing for a Portuguese movie to open the EU Film Festival. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Good evening to our guest of honor, Senior Minister of State for Communications and Information and National Development, Ms. Sim Ann, Ambassador Plinkert, Ambassador Duarte, Excellencies, distinguished guests, everyone. I'm delighted to be here. I'm a film festival person. I'm a film person. But tonight, the opening of our 30th European Film Festival in Singapore gives me 3 + 1 reason to celebrate. 3 reasons professionally and 1 reason personally. And I'm going to share those reasons in that sequence. First of all, yes, it is our 30th EUFF in Singapore. And as Ambassador Plinkert said in her welcome speech, yes, I've been involved for a long time. I have several current colleagues in their 20s, and one of them poignantly and heartwarmingly reminded me recently, Kenneth, I've just realized you've been involved in the EUFF for longer than I've been alive. It's been my joy and my honor, absolutely, to be part of this festival. Reason number 1 for celebration, ladies and gentlemen. 30 years. The 30th edition of any event is a cause for celebration. But this film festival wasn't even called the EUFF at inception. It was the EC Film Festival, the European Community Film Festival. Over 3 decades, it has grown in scale, in scope, in terms of the number of participating countries, in terms of the components of not just having feature films, but also student short films, and in terms of so many ways in which this festival is now a permanent and much anticipated fixture on Singapore's arts and cultural calendar. The second reason is EUFF is coming full circle this year. We started out as the ECFF in multi-purpose arts and cultural venues, wonderful in their own right, then moving into more full-time professional cinema spaces, mainstream commercial spaces, where widespread public awareness was really achieved. And then moving into specialized arts and culture venue settings, which gave us a different phase of evolution and development. And now, here, in the home of independent cinema in Singapore at the Projector. What a wonderful demonstration of coming full circle. The third reason, ladies and gentlemen, for celebration professionally is this. I've been involved in film festivals for quite a long time. And I can say, hand on heart, never have I seen this much anticipation, this much excitement, this volume of anxious, persistent inquiries in the months leading up to tonight. When is the EUFF? Are you coming back in May? We've waited now more than 1 year. What films are you having? How many countries are there? Will there be more films? What kinds of films? How many short films? Where will you be holding it? Will it be in cinema? Will it be online? When will you know for sure? How many seats can you sell? Ladies and gentlemen, public inquiries are part and parcel of any film festival. In 30 years, I have never seen this kind of anticipation, this kind of hunger, this kind of clamoring for a film festival program. And I dare say, although I tend to feel this way every year about EUFF, this year we really do have the best program of films, both features and short films. I promised at the beginning of my welcome speech that there's a fourth reason, a personal reason for my celebration of our 30th EUFF opening tonight. This is the reason. Some of you may be aware, I spent a total of 9 years as a Singapore public officer. And in my work then, my primary focus was bringing Singapore content outbound internationally. One of my political office holder bosses at the parent ministry to which I reported was the lady who is our guest of honor tonight, Senior Minister of State, Sim Ann. SMS, it is my joy and my privilege to say to you tonight that my current industry colleagues and I continue to carry the torch and fly the flag of that international content agenda 2 ways now, between Singapore and Europe, through the continuing EUFF. And here is a toast to EUFF, to the 31st and many more European film festivals to come in Singapore. Have a wonderful evening and a terrific festival, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.